So Josh, you arrived in Denmark, I think Thursday, right? So you've been here for a couple of days. I've been following you on Insta story.
Yeah.
How's Denmark been treating you so far?
It's been great. I wasn't really sure what to expect on the way over here, but I mean, it's far exceeded any expectation I possibly could have had.
Great. You know, what's been the best thing so far besides teaching the kids?
I say the scenery. I never really seen pictures of it or anything, so I was just kind of blindly going into it, and being able to see all like the architecture and the canal and everything around has been great.
Yeah, so it's pretty different from Miami or just the U.S. in general.
It's different, but it's the same in some ways too.
Yeah. So you just finished up a season, probably the best season of your career. You know, you had career highs in assists, rebounds, points. You dropped 37 in Oracle. How was your view on this season?
I think it was a good year for me. I think it could have been better just from some situational things, in certain games. But you kind of got to be like a computer and just take those experiences and learn from them and know better going into next time.
Yeah. So how what allowed you to have this great season? Was there anything different or?
I think the way I approached it this past off season, trying to make sure my health was right, because a couple years ago I missed like 30 games just because of injuries, and I don't want to go through that again. So I think being healthy was probably the biggest part, but being in more of a leadership role has been good for me too.
Yeah, you see, it's quite common these days that guys do practice over the summer with a shooting coach and transform their body and the game and really take a leap. Can you take us back to your last summer?
I spent a lot of it in Santa Barbara, California, and Atlanta, Georgia, just really trying to work on my body, work on small things that I wasn't great at the year before, and then just preparing myself, my conditioning to be able to play 34, 35 minutes a game and be able to shoot the ball from 20 feet away from the goal all night.
Yeah, because you really, you become kind of a high volume three-point shooter. I think you're taking six attempts per game, right? Compared to like 2 in the season before that. How's that transformed your game?
Just it keeps me locked in, kinda. I'm always looking for shots. I'm always trying to be aggressive as opposed to kind of being passive like I was a little bit the year before. I kind of got into that a little bit this past year, so going forward I'm just going to have to stay locked in for all 48 minutes of the game.
Yeah, and you're not only taking more threes, but you're also taking different threes. You're taking off the dribble, pulling up on defenders. How's that affected your game?
It's helped me a lot. There's a lot of instances like off of ball screens or in ISOs where the best shot you might get a whole possession, you're going to have to shoot it off of the dribble. So this year I think I shot more off the dribble threes in like the first 2 weeks than I did the whole season before. So it's definitely loosened things up on the court for me.
Yeah, but also, the defense on you. I imagine there's been a transformation, with you pulling up, that defenders really have to, respect your shot. How's that affected the defense on you?
It's tough, and the NBA has the best defenders in the world, so it gets tough sometimes when you see new adjustments, but you just have to try to find ways to exploit that, and it's kind of like the NBA is an ever-changing game.
Yeah. Also, your defense. You're a great defender, and you've really earned a spot in the league because of your defense. How not only your offense last season, but how is your defense? Crucial to your game.
It's huge because like guys like myself, Justice Winslow, James Johnson, Bam Adebayo, guys who like we almost take turns like guarding the best players, and we have guys who can really guard any position. So I think that's always an advantage for us, because if we get mixed up or if we get hit on a screen hard, we can just switch it and really not have many worries about it.
Yeah. Also, I think it's funny to see like a guy like Kawhi Leonard coming into the league. He was primarily a defender, but he's really we all know what he's capable of now, being Finals MVP. Is that transformation something that you've looked upon and maybe thought that you would like to do yourself?
Definitely. The way he's done that is, next level. A guy like Jimmy Butler, who's who's also kind of molded the same way. He plays two ways, like Paul George, guys like that. I really look up to them, and even before I got into the league, I was very fond of their game. So going forward, I just try to, watch a little film on them, take small things, but still make it my own at the same time.
Yeah, and coming in the second round of 40th pick, right? Does that motivate you in some way that you were picked in the second round?
I mean, a guy like me doesn't need any extra motivation. So as soon as I got my foot in, I was like, I'm staying. I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna find my niche in this league, and I'm gonna stay. So I know you always have to be open-minded to breaking through where you're at and to growing more. And I think that's a thing that Coach Spoelstra has done a good job of teaching us.
Yeah, and I was just thinking about DWade, one of the all-time great guards. He just retired, but you spent a couple of seasons with him. What's your take on him as not only as a player but as a person as well?
He's great. I mean, everybody knows what he's capable of on a basketball court, but not many people know the type of guy he is, and he's very genuine. He's caring, and he's just like he's kind of like a clown. Like he's always joking. He's just really cool, easy to be around.
Yeah, he was also there when you were a rookie, when you were drafted. Did he kind of mentor you or take like a responsibility for the new guys?
Yeah, him, and there was a few guys on that team because that was a very like veteran heavy team that myself and Justice came into our rookie year. So DWade, like guys like Lederollen, Amari Stoudemire, Chris Bosh, Joe Johnson, all kind of took us under their wings together, and it's not a lot of teams you can get that experience on.
So just the event we're at now, Junior NBA, coming here to teach the kids, how do you think it like expand the image of the game and the league, throughout the world?
I think it's great, and in a place like Copenhagen where like basketball might not be the biggest sport, but as I walk around the city, as I walk around and see things, I see a lot of potential, for the game to grow here. So being able to be one of the guys that come over here and kind of spread that and teach these kids has been, very rewarding. And hopefully I get to, see them grow up and maybe be able to be in the NBA with us or be, one of the best players, out of this country.
Thank you so much.